Hello, happy Thursday, Michelle Mackenzie here if you don't know me, and I want to know, are you somebody who meal plans? You might meal plan for a full week or at least a few days, but are you somebody that meal plans or at least tries to plan ahead what meals you're eating? And if you are somebody that does this, I want to know, do you find it problematic? Do you find it really hard to stick to a meal plan? And here are the real crux of why does a meal plan not work? And the reason being, really simply, is that they are very, very often too restrictive. And there could be all sorts of different reasons for your unique situation with your family, with your priorities, with how busy you are, with how your week varies, your days vary week to week. Hello, Delroy. But yeah, there's lots of reasons why these things are too rigid and that you're trying to fit into the system rather than trying to get the system to fit for you. And so I want to just very quickly kind of run through that and some simple tips. I'm going to do like a bit more of a series on this because this is something that is near and dear to my heart that I really think that can help people for lots of different reasons. Like, why would you even want to meal plan in the first place? And for me, my main reason is to control more of what I'm eating so that I can control my health. Like, what goes into our body is directly related to the quality of our life, the quality of our health. You know, me being on a weight loss journey, that's a big part of it. And 80%, if you are somebody that's on a weight loss journey, then 80% of your success or 80% of your results of weight loss is based on your diet. You cannot out exercise a bad diet. Is that the right phrase? But you cannot exercise past a bad diet. Like, so much of it, and there's a whole science into that, I can share that another time, but there's so much of it is based on your diet and what you eat. But there's lots of reasons why you might want to meal plan. It could be that you're trying to stick to a more of a budget, and based on the year that we've had, so many people, different financial situation, it might be more crucial now to stick to a budget rather than eating whatever, eating takeout, eating out, whatever. And yeah, like I say, for health reasons, that how you feel is so directly related to like what you put into your body, for sure. Hello, Marilyn. It's Marilyn's birthday week. And then also, meal planning for family. I have 2 small kids. They can be fussy eaters, and so I try to get ahead of the game to within reason, make sure that they're eating a balanced diet. Like, I didn't come from a healthy family, but a healthy family can come from me. So these are kind of my main reasons. If you have other reasons for meal planning, then drop them in the chats. I definitely want to hear about them, but that's my main reasons. And as I said before, the reason why people really struggle to stick to these is, generally speaking, that they are too rigid, that you're trying to fit to the meal plan rather than design a meal plan to work for you. So if this is important to you and you really think, I'm not meal planning or meal prepping, which is another part of it, I'm not doing that, but I really would like to, then here are some tips to make sure that you're designing something that fits for you. So out of all of those reasons I gave you, and you might have other reasons, but write down, like, what is the top reason why you want to follow a meal plan? Like, for me, it is weight loss and for health reasons. Why is that important to you? I think whenever we set out to do something, we can have a wish and we can try something, but if we don't really nail down why it's important to us, when we fall off, and this is true for anything, not just like for this, for a weight loss journey, for anything. This is true for anything. If you do not nail down why something is important to you, it's very easy to blow it off and not stick to it. But if you actually set your intentions in the beginning, like, this is what I want to do, this is the number one reason why it's important to me, and what does that give you? What benefits does that give you? Why is it important? And then really think about it, especially if you have tried this before and it didn't work, or you didn't manage to stick to it, what were the reasons that you didn't stick to it? Because if we can get ahead of those and design out some of those problems, then you're going to be far more likely to stick to it. And so what were some of those problems? So let's just run, like maybe it took up too much time. Maybe there was too much waste associated with the, you were buying all the healthy foods but not using all of them, or basically just generating too much waste. Sometimes you can generate too much waste because you don't really feel like eating the meal that you have planned for that night because you prefer more variety. Maybe like schedule just gets crazy, and instead of like going home to make a whole meal that's going to take like half an hour to cook, then you just want to grab something on the go because your schedule is too crazy. And like I said, maybe you like to be more spontaneous and decide there and then what you eat in that day. And maybe like if it comes to the meal planning and prep, if you are prepping meals ahead, you don't like to eat the same thing multiple times or whatever. So figure out, if you've tried this before and it hasn't worked for you, what were the specifics of it? And what was the fallout for it not working? Like, were you grabbing unhealthy food on the go? Was there a lot of waste? Did you end up like just getting really bored of certain foods and you've kind of gone off them? But like, what was the fallout of things not working? So I'm just going to give you some very simple strategies, like based on whatever problem it was, what you can do about it. So if, for example, your schedule was just so crazy busy, that you didn't really have time to prep ahead, you ended up grabbing unhealthy food on the go, which can be a bit wasteful anyway. Like that stuff is not, like, you end up paying more for that. So if that is you, then I would suggest that what you need to do is look for snack type meals that are very easy to fit together. So for lunch, for example, there's so many different, I've got so many different options for you, but like, for me, this would be my ideal lunch. It would be like some sort of healthy-ish cracker, cheese, slices of cucumber, maybe like some, frozen fruits with yogurt or something like that. So this to me is like snack meals, but it's just stuff that you can grab on the go. Maybe there's a little bit of prep, like to chop up the cucumber, but it's not an awful lot of work goes into it. And then you can actually make a few of those like 3 or 4 days ahead, put them in the fridge, and then they're ready to go. So they're going to take you next to no time because there's no real cooking involved. Again, if you're kind of running out of time to make a lunch, then have you tried smoothies? I am definitely getting into smoothies, and I'm loving it because I just grab some frozen stuff from the freezer, and I've got like a really great pea protein shake that I use and chuck it in the blender. It takes no time, it's delicious. I add in some probiotics and postbiotics and all these good healthy things. It takes no time, it's easy, it's delicious. I really love that. So if time is of an essence, then what are your other options that you can look at? If you are somebody that likes variety and you do quite enjoy cooking, but you kind of like shorter meals, you don't want to be cooking for an hour, then have you tried any of those like meal prep services, like not meal prep, but like meal planning services like Good Food or HelloFresh or any of those? Have you tried them? So maybe they get too costly to do like every night of the week perhaps, but maybe you can look at a couple of nights a week or 3 nights a week. Then you have that option for variety, and you can look after the other nights of the week. So you have that balance. You have some variety, but also you have some easy short meals that you can do. The good thing about those services, if you've ever tried them, you'll know that ones that you like, you keep the recipe cards, and then you can use those to plan ahead for the next you know, the next week or whatever. And so those are just some ideas. I do actually have a lot more ideas along this vein, and I have developed I've kind of taken a few different tools together, and I have this spreadsheet. I mean, let's just talk for a minute about how sexy are spreadsheets. No, that's not my personality, but this is the sort of thing that I need to do because I've said up in the beginning that it's important to me, and so, you know, I have developed this spreadsheet, which I really love. It makes it really easy to plan, makes it really easy to do your shop, and it makes it really easy to have variety, that either you can look at what you have and like find a meal that works on that basis, or you can just set ahead, like, I'm gonna have these meals, and this is, you know, I've got the quick meals, I've got the based on ingredient meals, whatever. So you can just set it up that way. Bit of meal prep as well, a couple of days a week, so that you're not spending like a lot of time. That's, for me, I like to save time, and this tool has helped me do that. So if you want a copy of my spreadsheet, you can set it up and put your own things in there as well, but there is a basis there for you to start from. Then send me a message, I will get that over to you. I'm quite excited about it. I do think that there are so many benefits to meal planning that it would be silly to not do it. But like I said at the beginning, it's about setting up the plan to work for you rather than inserting you into a ready-made plan that is just too rigid. You're not going to stick to it. So send me a message if you want my spreadsheet. I really wish there was another name for it that was a little bit more sexy than spreadsheet, but I'll work on that. I'll have to devise a brand name or something for it. But yes, send me a message if you want it and I'll shoot it over to you. But I'm looking forward to coming and sharing more meal planning tips. All right, take care. Catch you next time. Bye.